Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's Midday Money on the 29th of April. Monday. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Nice Sunday. Ready to start your week. We got NBA playoffs. We got NHL playoffs. We got Major League Baseball. The draft is over. Everybody's team's going to win a Super Bowl this year. Hall of Fame game. Texans. Bears. I believe it's what? August. I don't know. Between the 2nd and 5th. Somewhere along those lines. Hit the like button. Winning Free Picks. Sean Higgs YouTube channels. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. We got a Facebook page as well for Winning Free Picks. Dennis O'Brien already hitting the like button on Facebook family. Him, Brio, Rick Wild, Abel. Mike Downey pops in. Davis. Can't forget Davis for the Facebook crew. Again, hit the like button. There are poll questions up on both YouTube channels. Follow them both. If you haven't, I got on the Sean Higgs channel today. We're doing some Donruss baseball cards, baby. 88 and 87 racks. That's what we're doing on the Sean Higgs channel after I loaded up the Midday Money Show in podcast form on Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google, wherever you do podcasts. Listen. When you go to bed at night, just find Midday Money and let it run all night. Let it get a good 8-10 hour run in. You'll get me like 20 downloads. It's great. Every like 4 or 5 months, I get like $19.85. It's fabulous. So there's that. Going forward on the Sean Higgs channel, I'm on Pristine Auction. I got about 50 bids in for signed jerseys. So we'll see who we get. It ends tomorrow. We're gonna see how many we can grab out of there. We'll do some contests like the old days. Anyway, let's you know what? Before I do anything, let's run that a quick Marcos Minute. We'll do a Marcos Minute, a recap, today's picks, and then we'll be on our way. Marcos Minute, Boston and Miami. Listen, I can't lay 10.5. That's not happening here. The Celtics should win this game. OKC and the Pelicans. I think this line tells you everything you need to know. It's now over a 5 in some spots with Thunder. And the Lakers at Denver. Yeah, the Lakers are going to win. I love T-Money. I bring up people in the chat all the time, especially regular contributors. T-Money's one. Michael B., big Golden State Giant fan. I cannot forget Mr. Numbers. He's borderline psychotic with his Nick Love. Reminds me of my buddy Scoop with the Knicks and the Steelers. His diehard love for a team. T-Money hit me with like, well, you said they probably could get swept. This guy, the in-season champs, want a banner for beating Denver one time. We got to get a banner. Hi, we beat Denver one game and had 5 double-digit leads that we blew. Denver on to the finals. I listen. Hopefully the Mavericks come back for me, but the Wolves. Told you the Wolves had that work out for that KD dream team. He's whining already, that big crybaby. You effed up the Nets. Listen, KD, you giant baby. 7'4" giant baby man, or 7'1", however tall you are. You had Curry and the Warriors beat in that series. Steven Adams gets kicked in the groin. Totally messed up the entire series. You had that series won, but you had to be a little baby and go pull a LeBron and go to Steph Curry. You should have stayed in OKC and said, you come to me. You come to me because that's how great you are. But you didn't. You scooted out. You scooted out of town. Then you go to Brooklyn. Look, Kyrie, you need Hardy. You need a coach. You want your coaches in here, you can't do nothing. And somehow it's the coach's fault, even if it's the guy you want. You blow up that organization. Send me to the Suns. We need more. You force a terrible deal for Bradley Beal. Yeah, how'd Bradley Beal look? Yeah, he's great. 9 points. And now you're one. They don't use me right. KD. That's another. There's some NBA rant for you. On the ice. Of course, we like the unders here. Because I like I like to be abused and glutton for punishment. I had a terrible day on the ice yesterday because I had three totals that all lost. Unders, over. Of course, I have the over that goes under and the unders that all go over. Frustrating, but I'll come back with unders here in playoff hockey. Big Marcos man for baseball, but we love Marcos. He hits a like button for me and Miss Canada, old Miss Danica, who hasn't been in here in a few months. Baltimore and the Yanks. I love Grayson Rodriguez. I don't like the 20-cent line drop here. The Mats on the hill for the Cards in Detroit. No opinion there. I said last night the Natties here. The line has come down. The Natties. What do you take? We'll drop 6 in a row. Let's take them. That's a great bet. KC in Toronto. This total, I think, has come down last I checked here. Or maybe it's gone up. I got to double check the thing. I kind of like the under here. We'll get to picks in a second. Cubbies in the Mets. Under. Didn't play it. Joe Ryan and the White Sox. Oh, we're hitting some props in this game, folks. Tampa Bay and Milwaukee. Tampa just got swept by Chicago, and Milwaukee just got pummeled. No, thank you. No, thank you. Can't take a team like Tampa on a losing streak or Milwaukee who just got hammered. Philly and the Angels we'll talk about in a second. Atlanta, Seattle. I like me some Bryce Miller. Just because, listen, Free to me is working his way back, but the Seattle offense has not found a way yet. Dodgers in Arizona. We'll talk about the Dodgers in Arizona. Because I thought about this game here. And did I write it down? For Dodgers, Arizona? I had looked at it, and shockingly, I thought I wrote it down somewhere, and I got the Angels right up here. Because I thought about doing a over in this game, or perhaps player props. Dodgers really don't score all that much, folks. Dodgers are not scoring. Pirates in Oakland. Again, I said last night, Pirates would be the spot here. Bad spot for Oakland coming back from Yankees of Baltimore. Pittsburgh just coming down across the street, basically, San Fran and Oakland. And Cincy and San Diego. I like Lodolo, but nothing there. Let's wow, 7 minutes. I didn't even do a recap. I guess we'll do a quick little recap of Rooney here at the 7:50 mark from yesterday. We go 2-1 with our picks in the video. We'll take that. 4-4 on the site with baseball. It happens. Props we get beat up on. NBA. Who did we have yesterday? Mavericks under, no good. Rangers under, no good. And again, St. Louis loser, but we hit the Nats and Philly as dogs in baseball. So on to today's action. Let's get these tweeted out here. We'll tweet them out on the Twitter. Now it's called X. We'll put picks up in the chat first. The picks. Then the player props second. Picks are posted. Player props on the way. And there we go. And let's get them in here before everybody loses their minds. And let's get into today's picks. Baseball, again, 2-1 yesterday. 50 and 50 plus $50. I said the Natties last night at 135. We'll take it. Royals under 8.5. This one has moves since yesterday as well. From a 9 down to an 8.5 here. Twins over 7.5. This was a 7 last night. We'll talk about these player props in just 1 second. NBA 49 and 46 plus $70. Although after we hit the T-Wolves last night, that is 4 straight on the site and 5 of the last 6 on the site. So basketball, NBA playoffs doing well and just well in general in the NBA, 35 and 26. Hockey, though, again, 1-4 day. We're still over 500. We're still plus money. We hit a 155 puck line, but it is what it is here. Florida under 6.5. This unders got us yesterday. 26-27 minus $55. Oh, I didn't even mention the Heat team total over 95.5. That's the play for today in the NBA playoffs. I was thought about the Celtics. Said no thank you to that one. Player prop action. Here we go. 40 and 68. Again, we were at what? 1900, and we haven't had a winner since. We've dropped about 10, 12, up $60. But we're back at it because we take big ribby props. Obviously, if we were taking guys at minus 110 and 105, stuff like that, the numbers would be different. But we're almost 20 games under. We're still a plus money. We'll start with the Minnesota Twins and the White Sox game. These guys played last week. They put some runs on the board. Castro, 3 for 4 versus Crochet, the Crockett, potato croquette, however you want to call this guy. 3 or 4 with a homer. I'll take a 220 spot. A little Margot action at a plus 190. Santana's been pretty hot himself, 155. And again, I think we see some runs in this game. And Benedetti, how do you not go take a Benedetti 10 ribbies the last week? I mean, ridiculous. 364 average. He's crushing it. Plus 275. He's got a 429 average here versus Joe Ryan. And the Sox they've hit a little bit. 3 in a row. They're not gonna win 14 games all year, folks. 275 will take a guy raking. Speaking of raking, I mean, how about a little MVP? April MVP here for Mr. Baum. Plus 140, and it's low. Well, that's what happens when you're hitting 365 with 26 RBIs. People are catching up to you. And Marsh as well. I mean, 291, 6 homers, plus 180. I'll take it. And the Angels, I know Pound, my guy Anthony will be upset. I'm taking Joe Adell plus 230, but 21 games, 327 average, 3 homers, 10 ribbies. This is a spot here again for Phil's. You're giving up some runs. And again, last 5 games for the Angels, 5-5, 3-5, 7 runs scored. 4 of their last, 8 of their last 4 or more runs for them in 8 of the last 10 games, and 6 of those 8, 5 or more. So the Angels are scoring some runs here. And Philly has scored 5 or more in 8 of their 10 games, last 10. So they're hitting. Angels are hitting. I think we're pretty good here with our ribbies. We got what? We got a 3, 4, 5, 6, a 7-pack. I mean, I got 7-0 written down. But am I going to be shocked if we go like 5-2 here and make a killing? No. Nope. No. I gotta go out to my guy Tamoose. He had a get the pen out play yesterday. Knicks plus 10.5, and I think the Clippers were they plus 10.5. They won the game, so I think that was a winner the other day. Clippers and Knicks. Was that yesterday? I get so confused when I do late night money. I'm like, what day is it? What day? I do an early, midday, late day. Then of course it's midweek now. Now I got Tuesday shows, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday shows. All right, so those are the picks. Let's hit the comments. See how everybody is. And then we'll roll out like an Autobot and do some baseball cards. Michael A., you know where it's going. Good afternoon. I'm putting on a shirt. I'm going to open up the T-shirt shop there on Sean Higgs. You can buy a good afternoon shirt with a llama. What do you say, my guy? Weekend, not bad. Winning weekend. I will take it. What's there to say? We're winning. Hawes says, good afternoon. Tough day yesterday. What is going on in Baltimore? Kimbrel blows a second save in the same weekend to the Mighty A's. Always need to figure out the bullpen. Well, I mean, let's talk about Craig Kimbrel. I mean, how old is this guy? What are we doing? This is where you want to not that you're – I mean, you are counting on him. He's your closer. But that being said, you're relying on a pitcher who's clearly at the back of a career. I mean, I would say this guy's a Hall of Famer. You know, I don't know about that nonsense. I'm sure he'll get some votes. But he's 35. He's 35. They should have walked over to the A's locker room and said, here, who you guys want for Miller? That's who they should be going. And will the A's trade him? What are the A's doing? They're playing in what? A high school ballpark next year before they. Baltimore shouldn't have left Oakland leave town without getting Miller out of the bullpen. It's really. Who do you want? You could have everybody. Anybody but Holiday in the minors. Go ahead, take 3. You want Hurstad? I don't care who you want. Take whoever you want. When you want 5 guys, teams I don't understand. This will go back to like when the Nats set down Strasburg in like 2012. They're like worried about like, oh, we got to shut him down, and he still gets hurt. Like you think you're guaranteed a excuse me, a World Series spot or a division. Like, oh, these guys are young. We'll be here in a couple years. We're building we just get a little better every year. Dude, your catcher could blow out his knee tomorrow. Any of these young guys could do something terrible to themselves. Ask the Braves how they're feeling about Spencer Strider going down after Max Fried went down. And you got Grayson Rodriguez here. You got Burns. Go get that closer. Go get that kid on Oakland. Give up the farm. Do you want to win? Or are you just trying to build a really good team that's win 95 games every year for the next year? That's fine. You just want to win a bunch of games? I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled because I was a Yankee. And again, I was a Yankee fan in 1985 when they were good with Ricky and Donnie and Winfield and somehow winning 95 games with Ron Guidry and Phil Necro and Tim Stoddard pitching. They weren't a good team. Yeah, I had a nice run in my late 20s, early 30s when they won a bunch of games. So I guess I'm kind of spoiled that I want a team to win and spend money to win. But, really, the Cleveland Indians back then had a great team they tried every year with Tomei and Manny and Baerga, Joey Bell. Like, even the Orioles had Hoyles. Palmeiro. What is Oakland doing? The AL is wide open. It is yours for the taking. The Stros don't look good. Texas is missing pitching. You think one of these teams in the NL Central is good? You think the Yankees are a great team? Is this Yankee team a great team? Dude, if I'm an O's fan, I'm calling in. Really, if this was like 1990, 91, 92, 93, and I'm in Jersey at the beach, it's July, and they're pulling stunts like this, I'm calling into FAN to Mike and a Mad Dog or Steve Summers at night. Why aren't we doing something here? What are they doing, Baltimore? Terrible. I'm losing my mind if I'm in Baltimore right now. We're liking the Phillies team total over 4.5 with a full 9 innings get done. I mentioned the Phillies, 5 or more runs, 8 of the last 10 games. Should get it done versus Griffin Canning. Like Topper is going to put a lefty-heavy lineup out there versus Canning. Listen, as I just said, Philly has scored 5 or more in 8 of their 10. And LA, they're scoring runs, but they're also giving up some runs too. Julian's in the house. Good morning, Chad. I'll be driving to listen today. Good fellas. Thank you for tuning in, Julian, my guy. Met Julian at the pub. San Antonio get together. Michael B's in the house. NBA continues to be good to me under Knicks. Sixers, Suns first quarter, first half money line, but 1 and 2 in baseball. NFL took my profits. Do we draft? Did some draft work? NBA today going early Heat first quarter. All right, they're going to show up. It's the time to do it. Pellies first quarter money line first half. I cannot bet the Nuggets game until I know status with Jamal Murray. Listen, do I want to lay 7 with the Nuggets? They're a team that just kind of wins. Like they're not they don't care about the spreads and like, hey, we gotta cover these numbers. Would I lean to take the Lakers with the points? Probably. Although, could I see the Lakers losing by 10 again? Sure. They have nothing for Joker. They are 1 and 12 versus these guys last 13. I don't want to bet the Lakers, but I don't want to lay points with the Nuggets. Nuggets strictly, again, you're laying such a heavy number anyway with series prices too, so it's more in game or halves or team totals. I think with the Nuggets, you have to do. Meaningless in-season tourney game. Give you a break. They got their in-season tourney win, the Lakers. Now they're going to hang a banner that we beat Denver 1 game, and we've had 7 double-digit leads versus them. That's the next banner going up there at the Forum or Staples, whatever. I don't even know the name of wherever they play. They just call it the the joke arena. KD without Steph, Carmelo Anthony. I don't know about that. Let's not get that carried away. They had Golden State beat in OKC when he had Harden back. However, I mean, that was what, 20 years ago now, or 10 years ago? I mean, it seemed like forever. And he left. He could have stayed and beat Golden State. Because all you got to do is get in Draymond's head and that guy's acting a fool. But he left. Just like LeBron. I got to leave. I got to leave. I got to go. And so I know Clay's a free agent. There's no way he's staying, Mike. So give me some insight here. I don't know how far down the comments are going to come so this one comes back up. They're not paying Clay. Clay's going to leave. He's not going to take let me take a hometown discount to come off the bench and be on a ninth place team in the West. So he's not staying. Are they really going to trade Steph to like the Lakers, Clippers, Spurs, or if he wants to, I mean, right? I saw something about the Spurs. How the heck is he signing off our trade to the Spurs? Is he a free agent? Chris Paul? Dave says, under. Yes, Dave. I got the unders. They've buried me. I've been crushed in my playoff unders in hockey. You're going to get the truth with me, man. I mean, I'm still up money because I take these dogs and puck lines, but the totals have just buried me. I can't catch it under. Dave says, like Pelly's first half. And for the game, I think the Thunder run him out of the building. I mean, that line's up to 5 now. To Moose. Well. You jam one of my parlays, and how'd that work out? 50 or 3 more yesterday. Now, here we go. Go roll the beautiful bean footage. Even grab your pen. Listen, take it easy, Tommy. I gave you your credit for the Knicks and your Clippers. And again, I'm going to jab the parlay because I got the other team to win the series and to go to the conference finals at 9-1. So, yeah, I'm not going to cheer for that parlay to come through against the Mavericks at home. Michael B. How about the A's? Everyone penciled them in for last of the MLB, and with good reason. How about third in the West at 3 games up on the Stros? Listen, they'll come back to earth a little bit because they're going to trade away players. So they're winning now. And I don't know if the team just not take them serious. Because they got some young guys on that team who were high prospects. I mean, Boudet was a prospect for the Marlins. Lagares was a prospect. I think Geloff was a top prospect. I mean, I like Ruiz a lot. The guy's, I mean, if you get on base, the guy's a stealing machine. I mean, not that he's Ricky Henderson, but the Stros collapse, I didn't think it would be. I thought the A's would be bad. I don't think it'd be epically bad like this. Or I should say, the Stros being kind of bad like this. Twinkies over 4.5 on FanDuel. Worth a look. I think so. I mean, both these guys, you watch the last series these guys played last week. And again, I'll shout out my guy T Money. The total was like 6.5, 7. I'm like, man, I said these lines are terrible, but you see a total like that, you got to go over. I believe it was like 4-3 in like this 4th inning or something. Here we go. I mean, 6-3, 6-3, 6-5, 7-0. I mean, if you had anything out of the Sox in that 7-0 game, it would have been an over. And since that 7-0 loss, they're putting up runs, or at least getting overs here. 9-5, loser 9-5, 8-2 loser. There's that 7-0 game they lost to the Twins. 6-5, 6-3, 6-3, 9-4, 8-7, 4-2. They're scoring some runs. There's the YouTube for Sean Higgs. If you're on Winning Free Picks, come to the Sean Higgs. Give it a like. It's again, I'm going to do some baseball cards. If you like baseball cards, I want to shoot the crap for a little while. There's the Winning Free Picks page. Again, polls on both and the Facebook channel. If you're on Facebook. Michael A. I got a couple Philly parlay props. Turner run scored, Harper run scored, Harper, Ribby, Bomb, Ribby, Marsh, Ribby. I don't hate any of these. And I think you had like crazy parlays these too, Mike, and I don't mind them. Again, I feel like if you're coming into a chat, you don't want me to give out a even money play that you can kind of pull up, right? Like, hey, let's take Turner minus a 115. The guy's hitting 350s. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I like Turner a lot. That's something you could do. That'd be like me saying, hey, let's do the old Mr. Numbers, 4 more plate appearances and lay 240. Laying 240s, 290s. I don't think people want to hear that from a person who's supposed to be a pro. And for me, I can't do that. 125 for 1,800. Excellent. 1,900. Still, it's a nice win, Mike. I never asked you to write any play down because this is gambling. I know better. Your words, oh my goodness, which one of these is losing for you? Somebody's losing that game. Well, yeah, because I had the other side. I'm on the Mavs. You don't got to tell me, Tommy. I know exactly what I say, especially when you come in, not you, but the chat comes in with their parlay stuff. And if it's going to be on the opposite side of something I have, especially a future on, not just for a series, but for an extended series, come on, fella. I need a W. I'll take the loss. I don't mind if I'm wrong. That's fine. I'm going to be wrong. Michael, you had a spot on suggested with taking the A's versus a guy who hadn't pitched in forever, right on it. Yes. And again, there's spots where it's like, all right, I'll kind of take the guy who hasn't pitched or he's coming back off an injury. But most times you just don't do that. You just don't. And that was like last year they were a huge dog. That was against Mike Soroka of the Braves. And they were like 2. I'm like, how the heck? And I don't mind taking a spot like that, Mike. I mean, I had it the other day. I think I had a loser here in one of those spots. Might have 2 losers in spots like that. That's fine. Because over the course of a baseball season where I'm going to get that 40 times, I'm going to make money on that spot. I'll make money on a spot because that guy's coming in. He's going to a good team and they're going to be favored. It's all right. Losses are part of it. Kudos ever mentioned to play one. Knicks Clippers both 10.5 plus Rocket Hiss. I mentioned it. Here it is. You didn't think I was going to mention it. Strasburg never reached that level again after they sat him. Really? No, I think he 1 year he had a really good year. But you can't like bench guy thinking, oh, we got to worry about next year. Bro, there is no next year. They traded, like 2 years ago, they traded away the reliever. And granted, they had a nice playoff run. Where are they? They didn't go to the World Series. They didn't win anything. And here you are again. Why aren't you all in? Your farm system is the best in baseball. What are you saving on to these guys for? Go get something. Yeah, they're prospect. Let's go through the chat and people talk about their favorite team and talk about prospects that have failed miserably. Where do we start? Who should we start with? What team? What team are we going to talk about failed prospects? He's going to play at Sacramento Rivercat Stadium next year in Sacramento. It's a great little park. Can't wait. My niece lives in Sacramento. I'll definitely take her a couple games. Yeah, that's great, Michael. Good. I mean, but this is, again, an A's team. You think they're a nice little story. You think they're going to hold on to all these guys and compete in a minor league stadium? Why they're fighting with Vegas to get a stadium built? And again, this goes back to, and I saw someone else mention it, talk about baseball expanding 2 more teams. 2 more teams? We got to get rid of 4 teams. Guys can't hit. Someone was like, oh, guys walk today more than... there was a thing, and I saw it. If you go to my replies on Twitter, someone was like, Kirby's got like less walks, and he's in like Maddox kind of range. I'm like, Maddox, really? You got to go off guys with 350 wins? Well, early, he's got better walk to strikeout ratios. Maddox got better as he got older. I'm like, how do you compare 1991-92 Major League Baseball to today's baseball, where the average guy strikes out 150 times, where in 1991, the leading guy who struck out, Rob Deere, had 172 strikeouts. The guy was a pariah. Now 170 strikeouts, you're a leadoff hitter. I mean, Phillies guys, Schwarber strikes out 200 times, leads off the game. He's a leadoff hitter. Can we pull up a Ricky Hendricks? Do I have a... I just got a stack of ridiculous 80s cards here. I'm just see if I could find just some random guy. Here we go. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to pull up a Reggie Jackson. Well, there's a bad year. 130 strikeouts. Now when he's at the tail end of his career, I gotta like squint my eyes to read the back of this card because it's freaking ridiculous. Let's look at the tail end when he's playing in what year is that? That's an 84. That's like now he's striking out 140 times and he's hitting 40 homers. Like, look at the numbers on here. Like that's a power hitter, struck out 40 times, and he was a really awesome guy. Um, but how many times do you think George Brett? Oh, here's the 86 Wade Boggs, 1986 Wade Boggs, 50 strikeouts. What do you have? 40, 30, 38 strikeouts, 90 walks. Is that 92 walks, 361 average? 96 walks, 36. Yeah, yeah. The guys today are a lot better. They should switch the Mendoza line. It should be called like the Joey Gallo line. It's like 180 now. I mean, come on. Ridiculous. Knicks Sixers under. I listen. I said with that team, the Knicks are a one-man show. It's Brunson or bust with them. Where are they getting their points from? And Philly, again, I'll say, break them up, trade Embiid. This team, the guy does not perform in the playoffs. Some people think this guy's better than Joker, which is hilarious. I'm not saying the same guy who thinks the Lakers and Suns were going to beat the Nuggets and win the championship. But the love for Embiid is ridiculous. Yeah, he plays 30, 40 games. He looks awesome. But that's all he could play. And then he's half a player. And he's as clutch as I guess he's as clutch as Doc Rivers, Mr. Choke. I mean, I'm trying to think of a guy who just doesn't show up in the fourth quarter of a game. Is he just tired? Is he out of shape? Luis, good afternoon. KD at least made it to the finals and B can't get past second. Hold on. Made it to the finals on a Warrior team with Clay when he was hitting 45% threes. Steph, who people think is better than Craig Hodges. I don't know. Steph Curry conversation is up for debate. He was the best guy on that team. He was the MVP of that team. KD is really good. I'm not saying he's not good, but the guy is a pariah. He could have won in OKC. He wimped out and left. I'm going to go join a super team. Instead of being this is why I have zero respect for LeBron, and I can't have any for KD. If you're that guy, if you think you're the best, whether you think LeBron's a GOAT or the best player now or KD who's better, whoever, if you're that guy, there's no way in God's green earth you get me to leave. If I'm that guy, you're coming to me. I'm the king. I'm the best. You come play with me in my house. I'm not going to go, hi, I got to go with you, Steph, because you already won. I need a championship. I'm going to go with you, D-Wade, because you already won. No. At least Embiid hasn't left. Now, if they trade him, be one thing. Trading him's one thing, which I think they should because it's a failed experiment. The guy doesn't stay healthy. And I hate knocking guys for injuries. It's not their fault. I will go back to Eric Davis and Strawberry and Doc and Donnie Baseball, and maybe we could just go on and on about awesome players in sports. Klay Thompson was fabulous before he got hurt. How many guys, who was that? Derrick Rose. I mean, there's so many. We could just go on and on and on for players who are awesome. Penny Hardaway, get hurt. You're never the same player. This guy, it's not his fault. Not his fault. But I think the Sixers should absolutely break it up. Mel says, I'm here to give Mike M credit. He nailed the Avs Jets series. I always an open Nelson here with the Winnipeg Jets. Avs, I mean, they've destroyed them. They've destroyed them the last couple of days. He has not been in, though, Mike. I've not seen Mikey POD, Mel. It worked out the first game, though, for us. Winnipeg first game was fine. We got it. Then All hell broke loose. Chris Brady's in the chat. Rays Brew Crew over. And what do we got here? Peepo and Wilson. Yeah, Ryan Peepo for Tampa. Bryce Wilson, like who? And you got both teams coming off of getting clubbed. So Brewers aren't pitching good. The bullpen's in shambles. The Rays are coming off getting swept by the White Sox. They got something to prove. I don't hate this total at all. It's come down. This was 8.5. Rays also 17-12 to the over. Brewers 17-10 to yeah. And Brewers is all shockingly that Brewer offense. I don't see how they're a top 5 offense. I look at that team. I'm like, what? How do they score? I go to the bullpen for overs, but they do score some runs. Yeah, I like it. My concern here is though that the line has come down. Last night this was 8.5. You're telling me it is an 8 now. Let's get an updated number. Is this officially an 8? I'm seeing 8.5s. I do see a couple 8s out there though. So if you get that 8, good. You need every half point. Davis is in the house. Cubbies. Who wins the game today? Cubbies. Davis, I'm not going to tell you until you hit the like button. I'm only kidding. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. So Cubbies, Mets, Talion, Sevy. I kind of like how about a first 5 under in this one? I don't know if I want to. Listen, if you want to take the Cubs plus 130, 140, whatever it is in that number, I don't mind. But the Bellinger missing kind of brings down that offense a bit. The Ninjas in the house. Durant is overrated. Yes, should have benched Beal. Yeah, Bradley Beal, that guy. Ninja, you were there. Is Jesse still here? I was with Ross and Jesse. We're talking whether it was I don't know what they were talking about. I'm like, Beal's terrible, and he's really good. I'm like, no, just because you're good on a garbage team doesn't mean you're a good player. If you put up a bunch of points, you know. No one's there to guard you. You're on a bad team. They'll let you score 25, 30. Who cares? Yeah, score what you want. We're going to win by 11. We're out of here. Get out of this dump city of yours. So. Not yours, Dump City Ninja, but just whoever's a star player on a bad team. Davis says, Pellies. Tim Earl never goes 2-0 in free picks. I'm going to let Tim know you said that. So here, so I guess Tim has the Thunder, is what you're telling me. I don't really, again, the line was 4, 4.5. It's 5. It is now 5 still now. I think the line tells you that they think the Thunder is going to run these guys out of the building. And by run them out, I mean, I'm just saying maybe an easy, like, they don't get within like 10, and it's a relatively easy type win for them. Miz, Yanks over 9 million. Yanks over 9 million? Miz, Yanks over 9, Milwaukee over 8, Washington over 8, Atlanta run line, Philly run line. All right, we got the New York Yankees and the Orioles. I love Grace Rodriguez. I'm hoping for a win here. I want that big 4th win for him. We got the over 11.5 wins. It'll be nice to have 4 in April. That's good. We're basically a quarter of the way there. I don't hate the over based on how the Yanks are hitting the ball, right? But Rodriguez was pretty good against them last time they played. The line has come down too here, so I don't know what to think of this game. I was going to jump in on Rodriguez last night. I'm glad I didn't because the line's come down 15 cents. Milwaukee over, we just mentioned that, sure. The Natties over. Yeah, I wrote down Nats over 8. And it was actually 8.5, so it's actually come down here now. It's an 8. Why is this coming down? I mean, I'd say, okay, it's a lefty. Nats don't hit lefties. They just put a 6 spot up yesterday on the lefty, didn't they? I'll go over with you there. Atlanta run line is a tough one because Miller has not pitched terrible for Seattle. Philly run line again. You want to do over Philly? I don't mind. They're playing pretty good ball. 4 straight. They've scored 5 or more in 8 of the last 10 games. I don't hate it. Better than lay. I'd rather lose with a run line than lay a kind of number here. Rob says Denver at double digits. Second half will be a bloodletting. Rob is confident in Denver. Maurice says Steph isn't leaving Golden State. CP3 to San Antonio would be a good move for Wemby. I mean, CP3. What are we talking about here? CP3. Just hang it up already. Hang it up. Embiid is more overrated than KD, says Jesse. Michael B says, where's not trading Steph? Stop. Steph is 4 more years on his deal. Well, listen, that's what I said. I don't see how they get rid of him. I mean, he's going to go to the Lakers or the Clippers. What are you talking about? He leaves Golden State, they're going to burn down the arena. I'm shocked they don't have a statue for him already. Although his statue would be like a bobblehead since he's so tiny. I mean, what would it be? It'd be like a miniature statue. I don't know about Clay. He's a weird guy. If he wants more money, he's then the Magic. Yeah, they talked about him going to the Magic or maybe to the Sixers. The thing with Clay is he's not the same. You know this. And to stay, we're going to stay here and run it back. Why are you running it back on a play-in team? They're a play-in team. They're not getting younger. Mike, I don't want to hurt your feelings, Michael. You're a Warrior guy. But Steph ain't getting better at 37, 38. Draymond Green is, listen, I like Draymond. I love that kind of player. Like, you need guys like that. But his dirtiness is just ridiculous, and he could just go off the rails and just quit midseason. This is not, go somewhere else, Clay. The run is, get a payday from someone who's going to pay you big money. You want to be a starter on a playoff team. I'm going to the East. The East is wide open. Where are you going here? Are you going to take the veteran minimum and go to Minnesota? Go to Dallas? Go to OKC? Where are you going in the West? It's over for the Warriors. I think Cubs win tonight versus Sevy. I bet Natty 3 in a row. I'm scared to take them today. Murray, listen, if you've bet the Natties the last 3, you bet them today. I mean, they've won 3 in a row, and Miami's all 6 in a row. You can't. You just got to play them. You just got to play them. I did that yesterday. I took a bunch of teams on win streaks. We had Minnesota on a win streak. The Natties. Although St. Louis blew that in extra innings. Seattle was up 2-1. They blew game 3-2. Philly was the dog. They won. You just got to play the streaks in baseball. Especially you're getting a team on a win streak that's getting plus money versus a team that's dropped 6 in a row and looks bad. It's a no, but again, you get so many opportunities around here. This makes money long term. And Big Baby overrated too. I don't know. He's a Big Baby. He's definitely an injury kind of guy. Durant got lucky to play with Curry to get a ring. He didn't get lucky. He went there. He chose to go there. Team Money. Here we go. Durant's the most overrated. What a jokester. Listen. He's a guy. Like I said, I don't know if you heard my little rant about him. You stay in OKC. You're the best. Come to me. Like LeBron. That's why I tell you, that's one of the major reasons I don't like LeBron. You're in Cleveland. Dude, you're in your hometown. You're in your home state. You could do whatever you want over there. You could probably kill people. You'd run people over after a loss. No one would care. That's all right. He's frustrated. Don't worry about it. I mean, he had to talk about the world on a string. Your name was King James, bro. D-Wade, whoever should have been coming to Cleveland. D-backs today versus the Dodgers. I don't hate that. I mean, listen, the Dodgers have not been scoring a lot of runs lately. The Heat, I don't want anything to do with. Panthers regulation minus 110. Only way to do that game. Panthers regulation. You don't want to do a lay of 180. Tamu says, hope you know I'm always joking with you. I know, Tommy. Listen, when I get the pen out, I always come in the next day and mention it. Win or lose, whether the game's win or lose. Heck, I mentioned just Twitter stuff when people leave comments after the fact. Player props in house. At least we can agree on something with the Nats money line. Yes. Cubs, Nats, Phillies, all run lines, of course, for plus money. A lot of meat on the bone today. Here we go, Team Money. Here we go. The problem is you'll go 3-0 here, and you'll pee it all away on a Lakers money line play, like some sick SOB. Don't do it, Team Money. Get away from the Lakers, all right? Just Just put the pipe down. You're like Pookie in New Jack City. You're like, get off of it. They're losing. Just say no. Just say no to Lakers.
Stop it. Get some help.
Lakers. What? Add Eliaspor to win and both teams to score at plus 500 at soccer at 1 p.m. See, this is why I love Team Money. This is why I love Team Money. He lays in the background, listen to me, crushes Lakers, and then he comes in with, what league is this, Team Money? What league is this? Player Prop King says Yankees over against the O's. I listen, Yanks are raking right now. It's tough to get in front of that team. You're putting up 12, 13 runs, whatever game. Here we go. I could do some Cabrera. We've been doing Cabrera, Ribby, and run props a lot. I don't hate it. Griffey Canning under K's. I don't hate it. They should hit him. All right, I mean, we're talking about the over. Who's the team you watch or root for? I mean, I don't really have teams anymore that I root for. I mean, growing up, I was a Cowboy fan. Again, people are like, you're in Jersey, I like the Cowboys. Well, when you're like 10 years old and, who do you cheer for? You cheer for on TV. I mean, Dallas in 1980, 81, 82, you went to 3 state championship games. You had a star on your helmet. All my friends in Jersey, Redskins, Niners, Raiders. You had a couple of Jet fans in there. Not a lot of Giant fans. Giant fans didn't come out of woodwork till like after they won a Super Bowl. The Jets were the good team in the early 80s. By the way, I'm trying to get a signed Joe Klecko jersey. I got a bid on it for $15. We'll see how we do that. Got some good stuff coming in for jerseys if I can catch any of these auctions today. Always a Yankee fan. I mean, I love Donnie baseball, watching him. The old WPIX games, Yankees. Although I did watch a lot of Cubs and Braves. They were on TBS, so I got to see a lot of Cubs and Braves growing up. So I got a little spot for little Ryan Sandberg. But Yankees, although now it's, I don't know. I'm more of a, I can't. They've just done so many things. I started getting annoyed with the Yanks when they signed Giambi and Latino go. Like, that was the end of them for me, really. Like, you don't need all-stars at every position. Tino was really good. You didn't have to pay Giambi $25 million. Tino was better. Tino was a fit for that team. And then the really icing in the cake for me to like stop liking the Yanks was the Judge extension. Like, they could have went after Soto earlier. I mean, they got him. Sure. Pay that guy $40 million a year. Don't pay Judge. Don't pay Judge that money. NBA wise, I was a Sixer fan growing up. Love Charles Barkley. I mean, why don't I like Barkley? A little short, chubby guy, leading the league in rebounding. Never really got into the ice. I guess I cheered for the Devils. They were home. But I was more in the 90s a Red Wing fan. They were pretty good. We'd play Sega. You know how it is, Kev. You and your boys. Plus, at the Sega, everybody had a team. Who's good? The Red Wings, Blackhawks were good. Who else was pretty good there? The LA Kings were good back then. I know. But now I'm just trying to grind that Bucks on team. I could care less who wins. Actually, that's a lie. I need to know who covers. T-Money, you're 1,000%. How many? A million? 1, 2, 3. Is this 1,000,000% right? By July, days will be on a 10-12 game losing streak. Yeah, they're going to trade guys away. But they got to go. I mean, why wouldn't you go after? Everything is going right. You got a good team here. You got a good team here, Baltimore. What are you saving what are you saving? I mean, it's like when you die, you can't take it with you. Use some of these assets. The Yanks are not going to be playing this kind of baseball all season. Obviously, I'm an all-in kind of guy. Michael says, talked about this yesterday. Get rid of the Rockies, Angels, Marlins, Rays, A's, and Nats. I'm all for it. I like the Expos. That old Expo team with Alou, Grissom, Larry Walker. Heck, Tim Walk was pretty good for them. Of course, Gary Carter, Rock Reigns. Michael B. I don't think the A's are going to compete until they get rid of their owner, John Fisher. That guy's up there down south. How long has John Fisher owned that team? Michael A. Recycle their best players into the rest of baseball. They should. Again, the Mendoza line, it should be dropped to the Joey Gal line. Like it's not even 200's fine now. It's like it should, guys are hitting 180. Let's pull up some random. Let's pull up a random lineup here. Let's pull up the big bad. Oh, the LA Dodgers are going to win 105 games this year. We're really good. They're awesome. Betts 330, Otani 330, Freeman 300. Here we go. 250 Hernandez, 258. Muncie's actually in 258. 173 James Outman, 187 Gavin Lux. I mean, Toronto 219 Springer, 218 Vladdy, 210 Bichette. Justin Turner's hitting 300. 228 Schneider, everyday player, 233 Varsho. Kirk hitting 206. Bezio's hitting 235. What's another great team we could look at here? Let's go to the Natties. Let's look at these Natty Marlins lineup. Gotta love this Natty lineup. CJ Abrams living up to 296. Nick Senzel, 222. Winker, 286. Menendez, 230. Vargas, 304. 292 for Lipscomb. These are not even everyday players. Miami, Araza's hitting 305. He's good. Bell 176, Chisholm 245, Tim Anderson 223. I mean, terrible. You're going to tell me these players are better than guys who played 20 years ago, 30 years ago? You're nuts. All the cities have no following, can't start their ballparks. All the cities are transplants from other cities. Exactly. Listen, you want to put a team in Vegas? I get it. The Vegas team will get people to go to it. Vegas people will go, and people going there will go just to go to a game. That's fine. I can see that. I can't see. Let's put a team in Nashville. Let's put another team in Austin. Now, Texas is huge, and you can put teams in all over the joint, Texas, and people will go. People will go to Austin. They'll go there. I see with the Astros, the Rangers, any kind of sports team here, they're diehards. These other places, it ain't happening. Get them out of Tampa Bay. Get them out of Florida. No reason to. They don't get none. Washington? Who the hell's going to Washington game? Bunch of bureaucrats? Come on. Team money Sean, do you think the pitching is better than the A's Nines, which may affect why so many guys strike out? No. Pitching might be a little better. You can't even compare. You got pitchers in the 80s and 90s. I'm not even going into the 70s and 60s where guys threw 40 starts. It's like the NBA with these giant babies. They need load management. They're sitting there. They're in the right. You laugh. Oh, Michael Jordan played against Mailman. Really? That guy didn't take a day off. These are peak players. They get hurt more. They need more rest. How are they better today? They're not better. They're 100% not better. The pitchers don't go more than 5 innings, 6 innings. I blame. We could blame LaRussa for that, right? We could blame Lou Piniella with his nasty boy combination of Dibble Charlton and Rob Dibble, Norm Charlton, and who's the other closer? Holy cow! Randy Myers. Short in the bullpen. Joe Torre part of the problem. The hitters, no. It's all, we got to worry about exit velocity. Exit velocity, my ass, bro. Come on with that crap. Stop. Analytics in baseball. We got to get the right matchup here. Dude, if the guy could hit, I could hit anybody. Right? Put me up here. I'm gonna hit the ball. But now strikeouts are okay. Strikeout. Because we need a homer. Everything's supposed to be homers. That's why guys are hitting 180. It's freaking terrible. I remember in 08, the Rays had to give away almost 10,000 World Series tickets because they couldn't sell a World Series game. Man, makes sense. Probably didn't even know there was a World Series. Probably didn't know there was a baseball team in town. Somebody says, Embiid isn't trash on Bergriga. I can't say healthy. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm saying You can't. The guy played. He was looking like an MVP to start the year. He can't. I mean, he came back for 2 weeks. The guy was averaging 30 and 12 when he came back after being out for a month. So it's not like he's bad. He just Kawhi, same thing. I mean, the Kawhi injury though, this should not be a surprise. He had like a knee fracture, whatever kind of thing. We knew he was never going to be the same. Yeah, arthritic knees and B, that's bad knees. Yeah, and you're running up a basketball court. That's shin splints and knees. It's wonderful. On top of the fact that Embiid's like a 7-footer anyway, and this people are really tall have bad knees as it is, right? Um, the Kawhi's again injury. I can't not say you're trash when you're an injured. That's not what I'm saying. I'll say like you're trash, meaning you don't show up in the fourth quarter, you had a bad game, you're garbage. Like that's just the rhetoric and clickbait kind of nonsense. He's had a terrible postseason. Or the fourth quarter has been bad, I should say. Like the fourth quarter, he's done nothing with the game on the line. Like yes, both the Sixers process failed miserably, can't get out of the first round with Embiid and whatever case you send round. I'm telling you, has it been that long with Embiid? How long has Embiid played? I don't even know how long the guy's been in the league. How long has Embiid played? Where are the Sixers? Box score. Philly. Joel Embiid. 8 years in the league. I mean, the guy played 40 games this year, 39 games, averaging 34.7 a game. And I love the guy. I mean, you're a big man, you're hitting 80% of your free throws. I love it. 39% from three, super. How am I going to knock this guy? 11 boards, 5.5 assists. But, I mean, look, again, 39 games. You can't win a team with a guy who plays 39 games. 66 and 68, fine. Back-to-back good seasons. 51, 51. I mean, I should say 66. They play 82 games, so he's missed. That's a lot of games to miss, 15. 51, 51, 64, 63, 31. I mean, 51 was the COVID year. I guess they had the bubble, whatever that was, nonsense. Come on. Come on. Buzz, Sean. How about the Predators ready to be 0-16 in 5 and 7 game series when losing game one? Write it down for next year. Oh, the Cookie Monster. Yeah, Nashville definitely not smashing the Ville for sure. Guess Vancouver. Vancouver's what on their third string goalie? On their third string goalie? Terrible, Nashville. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Michael, how many times Sixers have to fail in the playoffs before GMs realize it doesn't work? We're on our fourth or fifth GM since the process started with Scam Hinkie. Is it been that many? Has it been that many? I was never talking uphill. That was Ross. Okay. Well, I'm just saying. I don't know what day it was. We were talking about that. Davis has a 3-teamer today: Celtics, New Orleans, and the Lakers. Boy, that could very well go 0-3. That could very well go 0-3. Matt, KC Royals money line. I like the Royals. Yes, Matt. I'm all for some Royal action. Time for some action with the Royals. Anybody get the time for some action? A little Cypress Hill. Michael A. So many failed first-round picks with the Sixers. Lundris. Nerlens Noel. Oh, Okafor. Ben Simmons. Markel Fultz. Sarek. Michael Carter Williams. We can go on for busts in the NBA. You get a lot of busts in the NBA. And I say this, and hopefully it lasts like the old one and done kind of thing. You're getting no money. Stay out of school for 3 years at least, please. Learn how to play basketball, and maybe there won't be so many. For everyone's like, oh, I gotta get this. He's 18. There's so much talent. He's raw. I mean, whatever. I'm taking. I don't want to do a Dallas Cowboy NFL draft where I'm taking guys who played 6 years of college football to come in and learn, and I'm in a win now kind of mode. That's a whole nother thing. Talk about Cowboys draft. Ridiculous. But you're going to have bad. I mean, how many guys turn into awesome guys over this time? Like, again, I'm not going to pull up these drafts to see who was hits or misses in these drafts ahead of them or behind them. It's an endless list, he says. Steph not staying in Golden State on a terrible team when he's getting up in age. Poor boy. Getting up. The guy's 37. The guy's a relic. He's a dinosaur in the NBA. Where's he going? Who's taking that contract? Who's taking the contract? And honestly, as much as I say they would lose their crap up there, if he comes out and says I want to be traded, they'll be like, get him out of here. Fine. We'll free up all that money. Here's the thing. I don't know how, like NFL, if the Falcons were to trade Cousins, they'd be hit with like 60 million in dead cap space and it would just crush them. I don't know how it works in the NBA. Like, how would you can't just unload a $180 million. Who's taking that contract on? You got to take crap back. And then you get in a situation where you're where you are your Lakers, where you have so much in penalty stuff because you're taking non-Larry Bird exempts or whatever the nonsense is. I should send my kids to school to be a freaking salary cap guru. Michael A. play-in team not good enough to make playoffs legitimately. Exactly. Play-in team. Get rid of the freaking play-ins. Davis is 17-4 in the playoffs. Are you 17-4? Great job, Davis. Steph to the Spurs. What am I know? He's that going. Yeah, sure. We'll give you Steph Curry. You give us Wemby. Who are they taking back on that crap squad? Can he just trade and be like, take the entire contract? Thank you. That's what if you told me the Warriors would do something like that and not sign Clay, and then at that point Green might say, I retire. That's a great flip for Golden State. You'll be back to the top half and out of the playing game in no time. Michael A. All money-driven TV contracts, add money desperate for extra viewership, squeezing every penny out possible. NFL exact same. 18-game season, Mexico games, London games, Germany. Yeah, ridiculous. Player safety. Let's play Sunday and Thursday. Hi, we're going to have 2 games. Hi, we're having a doubleheader on Christmas Day on a Wednesday, which means you're playing either on a Sunday Wednesday or a Wednesday Sunday. What team in their right mind is going to want a week 17 bye week or whatever the hell that is? That's when they want their bye week? Yeah, what could possibly go wrong there? I love guys getting hurt in the NFL. Marcos. I hate the like button for you, Mr. Nico. Marcos Minute. I did the Marcos Minute an hour ago. You're going to come in at 11:46, Marcos, and ask for Marcos Minute. You got to restart the show. I did that right at the top of Marcos Minute. I mentioned you in our girl, Mr. Nico. Michael A. says it's nonsense. Road Warriors didn't make it to the playoffs this year, but my Bucks will make it to the finals. But Bucks? Did you spell Nugs for the Nuggets wrong here? The Bucks. Celtics, OKC, and the Lakers tonight. Yeah, the Lakers. Hey, Sean Higgs, how are you? Astros got the W. They sure did. Nice win for the Stros. Listen, big win in Mexico. I'm more impressed with Framber coming back. A nice game considering the total was like a 16 or a 17. He had a great start. T-Mike says, I'm thinking Lakers first quarter. And you like the New Jack City? I like the New Jack City. I like it. There's a song where they're riding in the Jeep. I think it's by Two Live Crew. I forgot what it's called. Like I got my hands on the dust or something. I don't know. It's a good tune. Got to go look it up for the New Jack City. And of course, Color Me Bad, singing I Want to Sex You Up. I mean, who didn't love that in high school? 1991. Color Me Bad. Lakers first quarter. Yes, you're down. Are you gonna show up for a game? It's gonna be in the first quarter. Chris Brady, I like your Heat team total over 95.5. I'm gonna play that as well. Get it, Chris. It should be a winner. T-Money. It's the Turkey Super League. Oh my goodness. Michael B. If KD stayed with the Warriors, he could have won 2 or 3 more championships and be part of the best dynasty since the Bulls, but he could not live in Steph's shadow, and now people are asking if he's overrated. He was the MVP in the finals, wasn't he? I mean, he had a better finals than Steph. Let's slow down there. He was the MVP in the finals. He's better than Steph. That's why he was the finals MVP. Davis, St. Louis over. Chips free picks. St. Louis over. I like the Cardinals over, huh? With Matt's I don't hate it. He's got a bad one. I grabbed the 95.5 minus 115. Best of luck or bet online. Either way, good luck, Chris. Detroit Lightning came in for the Davis comments. Yeah, I see a Heat team totals 96.5 at places also, so we got a good number. There you go. Listen, I think they're going to score. You score 84 points in an ugly game, you have to bounce back at home. You got to. It's amazing how much the quality of the game and final product is dipped in order for League to maximize profits. Terrible, Gio. NFL. Well, this could be anything. You talk NFL. Major League Baseball is just the Titanic. Fisher brought the team in 2005. All right. He's the guy who took over when Moneyball started? Or was he? No, that was the other guy before him. I have Dodgers team total under 103.5. Winner. Winner, winner, winner. Brandon says, and by the way, I got to find Brandon. Good morning. Thank you, Brandon. Love watching those 90s Braves games. Glavin, Maddox, Smoltz. I mean, I loved it. They were a good team, man. I mean, obviously, Chipper. Yeah, Sid Bream on that squad. Jeff Blauser. Who's the catcher was pretty good. Andrew Jones. Hall of Famer Andrew Jones. There's a season win total for the Dodgers. Yeah, easy under. Kev says, Higgs on fire today. Love it. Yeah, I'm having one of those days. Michael says, Finland loves Cleveland Guardians and the Browns. Finland? You're in Finland? Stop you. Good luck today. You as well. Aaron, I'm at work, but I'll rewatch the stream. Good day. Aaron, I'll be doing baseball cards later. You got to come in and rewatch that. Where is Stephen Bowman and Richie P? Michael A. Half the starting roster in the NFL is going to be on the DL when they go to 18 games. Guys out like 5. Exactly. Yep. Nathan says, the Nuggets full game? I agree. I think they win. Mr. Hill, Lakers first quarter. Only way to bet the Lakers. If they're going to show up, they're not going to come back and be down and come back. That's not happening. Phillies run line, sure, like the over there as well, if you want to go that route there. Twinkies run line like the over there as well against the Sox, and the Celtics to cover. Big number. I don't know. I like the team total in that game. OKC. I like OKC. I mean, money line. You want to lay to 5? Voodoo Ranger, my guy. Good to see you. Thoughts on attacking pitchers' outs and overs after the day after the bullpen gets worked and depleted? I mean, if you're looking at that Brewer game, I don't hate it. I got to leave a guy in there. But to take the lumps, I don't really go after pitchers' outs a lot, Voodoo. But that's a good look, right? You figure someone's going to come in here and take the lumps today. And the Brewer game would be a lot to look at because the last 2 games they gave up, 25 points? 25 points. 25 runs? They got NBA in my mind. 25, 26 runs to the Yankees. Michael, don't forget Terry Pendleton. Yes, Terry Pendleton. Of course, David Justice. They also had who? Denny Nagel, Kevin Millwood, John Rocker. I'm trying to get a John Rocker jersey. We'll raffle that off. Michael B. He may have been the finals MVP, but it was Steph's team. Of course it was. You go to a team, that's like the Heat. They were D Wade's team. You go to a team, it's their team. You want to say KD's better than Steph? Let's do chip count. 4-2. Steph's MVP's KD won. If KD's better, why did he come to Golden State? He came to Golden State because he's a baby. I don't know why. You got to ask him. Same reason why he wants to go. I'm going to go to the Nets and screw up that team. Hi, I'll go to the Suns and screw up this team. Oh, Deion Sanders. Listen, the best two-way player ever was Bo Jackson. And Deion, again, he's not even up there. I'll put, wasn't Bernard Gilkey two-way guy for the Falcons and the Cards? Go look up some Bernard Gilkey numbers from like 96. He was pretty good. Maybe it was 93. Like I says, I'm from Finland. And the NHL, of course, the Devils. All right. I was like, Finland? I was like, I was hoping you were in Finland. Oldie just jumped in. I'll recap it. Yeah. Brandon, good morning. What do you say, Oldie? Saying hello to everybody? I mean, he's jumping in and we're going to be jumping out. I'm going to be hard to even cap NFL and NBA games with all these star players injured all over the league, wide rosters, bunch of scams. NBA is tough. That's why I don't like doing regular season NBA. And playoff NBA has been treating us pretty good. Even NBA, I have a winning season NBA. I'll take it. NFL's a little difficult, but
I don't know. I think I've proven myself in NFL, Mike, especially if you come in here for look at lines on Sunday nights during NFL season. All right. An hour plus. I wanted to get out of here early so I could do a shave before I do the Donruss baseball cards. Washington +3, the Natties in baseball. Royals under 8.5. Twinkies over 7.5. NBA Heat team total over 95.5. On the ice, Florida under 6.5. Michael B says, have a good one. Brandon says, thanks. I was happy with the Astros yesterday. We got our sweep to Carwater Walkies yesterday. The Colorado Rockies yesterday. Yes. Swept the Rockies in Mexico. If you want to, head over to Sean Higgs YouTube. We got 287 Donruss factory racks and a Dale Murphy should be a Hall of Famer, back-to-back MVP box as well. We'll do that. So be on the lookout if you're on the Sean Higgs YouTube channel. I'll tweet out the link on Twitter if you're on the Twitter world. I just mentioned it. I'm out of here. Good luck. See you later.